Hi, this is Kill again with Dark Forge Graphics, Evolution-Xtreme, DFG Hosting, and a few others. I'm going to do a video tutorial on how to use the news system on Nuke Evolution, Evolution-Xtreme. It should resolve a few issues that people have had or questions that have been asked about different things. Um, Currently, I don't have any news topics. I do have a couple that I'm just going to paste in here just to make the video go along faster. Um, the question people have had is, can they post just one news article on the front page or just two news articles on the front page instead of all of them? Because there is a limit of, or there's limited numbers. You can use like 5, 10, 15, 20, and so on. Which is not the case if you know how to use the news system. The other thing is that the news by default is set to home. If you go into modules, you'll notice that there is a home icon, which means that the news will be posted in the home. If I wanted to change that, I could put something else up there in the home page in place, such as the downloads, and now I have my downloads on my home page. But I don't really want to do that, so to change it back, you just, of course, click news again, and it'll change it back. I don't have any news, but if I wanted to just go in like standard, what the average person does is they just go in and they create a new article. Um, you just you can just go in, and if this is how you want to do it, this is perfectly fine. You would just go in, add a topic, title, and then pick your topic, and we'll just say that it's Nuke Evolution and it's related to Nuke Evolution. And I just leave all this stuff blank or default, and then they just post their story. So if I wanted to just post my news article in here, I would just grab this and make a post and click source again, and now I have it in my preview here. And if I wanted to go down and preview it, I could just click OK. I can preview the story of how it's going to look with my little icon and everything. Once I'm happy with it, I can click save after I change it to post story, and go ahead and click OK. And then on my front page, I have this big news article, and then it can take me to comments or things like that. Or if I went into the menu and I went over to topics, I can see that I have topics, and this doesn't really look real great the way it is. But what you can do is you can go into your admin panel, and there's a few different places to go. For one, you can go into topics, and you can create topics, and you can have 15 different topics if you want. But you might want to use different topic images. So to do that, what we would do is, let's say I want to use this image. What I would do is I would just take that into my images folder and find my topics folder, and I'll just drag that over here. Then what I would do is refresh my page since I'm already here, and let's just call this DFG news, just to make it easy. And I'll just select my icon and click add topic. So now I have a new topic, and they don't have to be the same size, and depending on your theme or different themes, I would recommend using PNG images. So they have transparent backgrounds instead of the defaults that have white borders and things like that. Once that is done, then you can just go back into your well, you can just click on it too if you wanted to edit it, and you can make any changes you want to it, or you can add a related link to these articles if you wanted to, or you can delete the topic. Um, the other option is to go into the news configuration, and you can set it for display column, single column, which is the way it is on the front page now. You can go dual column, and then it'll display them side by side, so you have two boxes side by side. You have a read more link, which is either a page and it'll take you there, or you can select pop up and it'll bring it up in a pop up window. You also have the option for article length, which is the original text, which it'll post the entire story, or you can trunk it to 255 characters, and I'll show you what that would look like. You can notify the author if you want to, so whoever submits the article, once it's approved, then they would get an email saying that their topic was approved. The topic's in home, which home is on the front page. I can pick one of these. By default, it's all topics. But if I didn't want it to be all topics, I could just, say I only want specific topics on the home page. I could select that here. So in my case, I'm going to pick DFG News, and that's going to go on the front page. And then articles in home, default, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, all the way up to 50. I'll just leave it at default and click Save Changes. Now you can go to the front page, and all of a sudden I don't have the news article big. It's the full story. It's truncated, and then I have a read more link, which will take me to the news, and I can read the full article. Now, if I go back into my admin here, and I need to make a quick check on something. DFG News, topics and home. We'll just, I'm just going to leave all topics. And then I'm going to go into my news configuration, and I'll go ahead and edit this here. Let's scroll down. Now, right now the topic is Nuke Evolution. I'm going to change it to DFG News. It's going to be related to DFG. The category is articles. There's no more categories. But if I wanted to add a category, I would just click this, and I would just change it to DFG News and click Save. And then I'll just go back here to the news real quick. Now I have DFG News as an article, or as a category, and display the topic icon with the news article, yes. Display author rights text with the news article, you can either have yes or no. I'll change it to yes. Publish in home, let's say no. We don't want it to be in the home page. And then activate comments for this story, yes or no. I'm going to select no, and I'm going to go ahead and save my changes. And I'll go back to my home page, and there's no news. Now, if I go back to my news, and let's say, for example, I want to create another category, and we're just going to call this themes, and I'll click Save. Need to get a back button there, maybe. Never noticed that before. But then we'll grab two stories, like this one here, and we'll just put this in DFG News. We'll just do it that way. This category is going to be in themes. And display topic icon with news, display author rights, yes. Publish in home, yes. And activate comments for this story, sure. Now I'll just paste our block in here, or code. And we'll go down here and we'll just go ahead and post the story. Now we have 2 news stories, and I only have one on the front page, and it has the author rights, and it'll link to my profile if I click the link. Or I can go to the read more and I can read the entire story, and I have my topic icon, and all of that works. Now if I go back into my news and I create another news topic, and I'll have that DFG news just because it doesn't matter. And this is going to be DFG news. All the rights, publish in home, yes. Activate comments for the story, no. Not that it matters, but you know. And we'll just paste this text. And you can have the extended text as well, which means that you could have a really long story on your front page, and everything in this box will be displayed on your front page, and the extended text will be on another page. I don't want to program this story, but if I did want to program it, I would click yes. I would today's date, but if I wanted the day for it to program it for, and the hours and so on, I could do that for it to show. And I'm going to go ahead and click post story. Now I have 3 news articles, and on my front page I only have 2. Now if I went back into my admin and went over to news configuration, and I wanted to change this to dual column, I could do that. And I would only use the dual column if you're going to truncate the characters. Let me change this, and we'll go single column with original text. Let's go ahead and click Save Changes. Now I have the original text for both articles. If I wanted to have it side by side, what I would do is do a dual column, and I would truncate the characters and click Save. Now I have them side by side. And I can have 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever number of articles I want on my front page, as long as I leave the default number of articles and I create categories, and then I set those categories when I'm adding a news story, and I select publish to home. If you leave it default in articles in the news admin, it doesn't really matter what you do. Let me just edit these, and I'll change the category to articles, and publish in home, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It won't matter what I do. Let's change all 3 of these real quick. Oh, I know why. Because I have the using a default or a different category for my topics. So if you wanted to, you could do this simply and do it the way I originally did it, and just keep it simple and create a separate category that you're going to use just for your home page. It will make it a lot easier to deal with. You won't have to worry about whether or not you can put 1, 2, or 7 um, news topics on your front page, instead of just having either all of them or none of them, or having to have a 5, 10, or 15, which, your page can get pretty long or pretty cluttered that way. But then you also have your topics, and having different topic icons, and this is the topics that I have stuff in, and then you can just go right to all the articles in that topic. So that is the basics of setting up the news and being able to have only a certain amount of articles on the front page. I do hope that that resolved some issues for a few people that were asking how to only have 2 or just 1. Well, this is how you would accomplish that. If you have any other questions, just ask. Thanks.